Okay, Brooke, so now we're going to take your blood pressure, okay? So we're going to take the cuff and place it 1 inch above the antecubital fossa. We want to make sure this is nice and snug. Is that okay right here?
Yep.
Okay. So first we're going to find your occlusion point. Okay, I'm going to have you hold that for me. Make sure that's there. I'm going to start by finding your radial pulse. Okay, so your occlusion point was at 120 millimeters of mercury, so we're going to increase that by 30 for 150 millimeters of mercury. Okay, so next we're going to take your blood pressure. Okay, so for this test, I'm going to make sure your feet are flat on the floor, and then if you could not talk while I am taking your blood pressure. Okay, so I'm going to get it up to 150 millimeters of mercury, and then I'm going to slowly release it at 2 millimeters of mercury per second. Okay, so your blood pressure was 122 over 74. Take your pulse rate and your oxygen saturation levels with the pulse ox for about 30 seconds, okay? Mm-hmm. So we're going to just stick this on your finger. Okay, and just breathe normally and just relax, and we'll set the timer for 30 seconds. Good. Okay, so your pulse rate is 73. And your blood oxygen levels are 78. And then I was taking your respiratory rate, and so you had about 6 breaths in that 30 seconds, so I'll multiply that for 2 for a total of 12, which is normal. Next, we're going to take a look at the dyspnea scale, okay? So the dyspnea scale is a scale that determines how short of breath you are during an exercise, okay? So the scale is from 0 to 10, 0 being you're not short of breath at all, 10 being you're completely out of breath, okay? So on a scale now, from 0 to 10, how are you feeling?
0.
A 0, okay. Would you mind explaining to me what the dyspnea scale is?
Sure. So the dyspnea scale is a scale that goes from 0 to 10, and it rates how short of breath you are. 0 being nothing at all, about 2 to 4 being slight to moderate, and 9 and 10 being very severe and maximum.
Good. Okay, Brooke, so now we're going to do a 3-minute step test, okay? So prior to this test, I gathered all my necessary equipment and cleared the testing area. Okay, so the 3-minute step test is a test that's going to test your VO2 max, which is your body's natural oxygen intake during this exercise, okay? So during this test, I'm going to set a metronome to 96 beats per minute, okay? And I'm going to demonstrate this to you. So we are going to turn on our metronome, okay? And then at the beat of the metronome, we're going to go up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, and then at the top of every minute, we're going to get your pulse rate, your oxygen saturation levels, and then your dyspnea score, okay? Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's begin. So, I'm gonna set my metronome, okay? And then, are you ready?
Yep.
We'll go in 3, 2, 1. What is your dyspnea score?
About a 2.
Got a 2. Okay. Your pulse rate is still reading, so I'm going to say it's 120, and then your oxygen saturation is 98. What's your dyspnea score now?
About a 3.
About a 3. Okay. Your pulse rate is 128, and your oxygen saturation is 98. Stop. All right, go ahead and take a seat. Fix this on you. And then we're gonna set another 30-second timer. Okay, Brooke. So your pulse rate was 98 and your oxygen saturation level was 98. What was your dyspnea score?
About a 4.
About a 4? Okay. While we were doing this, I was taking your respiratory rate too, and it was a total of 8 in 30 seconds, so we'll multiply that too for a total of 16, which has increased according to the exercise. Okay, Brooke, now we're going to take your post-assessment blood pressure, okay? So make sure your feet are flat on the ground, and then please don't talk while I'm taking your blood pressure. Okay. Okay, so Brooke, your blood pressure was 130/72. Okay, now we're going to take this off of you.